How you doing today?
I'm doing good until
What brings you what brings you over here today?
You guys.
Us?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. You're doing an awesome job.
I'd say the same thing with you, but you're a piece of shit.
Am I?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment.
Yeah. You know you got like 5.5 million views on your face.
Oh, I do.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing? Why are you handshaking so bad?
Because you're in my space.
I'm not.
I don't feel comfortable with you in my face like that.
Are you doing anything wrong right now?
No.
So
why you got hair on your nose like that? I thought hair is supposed to grow inside your nose, not on the tip of your nose.
Why is your teeth brown?
Because I smoke
cigarettes.
You don't
brush your teeth?
No, I smoke cigarettes.
Oh.
What's up, Joel?
What's up, Direct D? Back up for me.
Why are you getting so close?
15 feet, bro.
What is that?
15 feet.
What law states that? 15
feet. It says, law says 15 feet.
What law?
You want to explain to him the new law?
Yeah, what new law? Because last I checked, the judge striked it down. The federal judge striked it down. You tried this with many other people, Joel. I know how this works. You know how this works. Okay. You know that this got struck down. Thank you. Hey, get out of my space.
I'm giving you space.
Get out of my space.
I'm giving you plenty enough space. How you doing today?
I'm doing good until
what brings you over here today?
You guys.
Us?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. You're doing an awesome job.
I'd say the same thing with you, but you're a piece of shit.
Am I?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment.
Yeah. You know you got like 5.5 million views on your face.
Oh, I do.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
How you doing? Why are you handshaking so bad?
Because you're in my space.
I'm not.
I don't feel comfortable with you in my face like that.
Are you doing anything wrong right now?
No.
So
why you got hair on your nose like that? I thought hair is supposed to grow inside your nose, not on the tip of your nose.
Why is your teeth brown?
Because I smoke cigarettes.
You don't brush your teeth?
No, I smoke cigarettes.
Oh. So, I mean, you have personal flaws. I have personal flaws. I'm not perfect. Are you perfect?
No one's perfect.
Okay. Exactly. Nobody's perfect. I appreciate that.
Appreciate what?
Blowing smoke up in the air instead of my face. Being respectful.
I mean, I could blow it wherever.
I just said I appreciate the fact that you blew it up in the air instead of in my face. You know how to take a compliment?
I do.
Okay. So take the compliment. You don't have to be an asshole about it.
An asshole? What is your badge number, height? Actually, I know your... Well, go for it.
My badge number?
No, I was going to say I know your first and last name, but what's your badge number?
My badge.
No,
that's Joel Height right here.
You just said
this is Joel Height.
No, I know. You called me an asshole, or said something wrong. Yeah, but you're in a uniform. You're under professional. You need to be professional right now. You can't be unbecoming and cussing. Okay, you can't be cussing in uniform. You can't be cussing in uniform. I know how this goes.
Dude. I don't know why you're doing this. You should be over City Hall writing policies and procedures.
It's the same thing as Yeager calling us losers and being found. You know, the complaint was sustained. I'm going to put in a complaint for you saying asshole while in uniform.
Okay.
And you're going to be found sustained for that complaint.
Okay.
I'm going to step back over here.
As a citizen, of course, we have the right to film police encounters in public spaces. Police cannot infringe on your First Amendment rights by telling you to back up while you're filming their encounter. Now, every state does have different laws on how close you can be. In fact, in Arizona, a House bill that sought to prohibit individuals from filming or recording police officers within 20 feet of them was met with strong opposition and ultimately did not pass. This is because such a law would be unconstitutional. Now keep in mind, in the case Turner v. Driver, who was actually one of our First Amendment brothers, the Batosa, had the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that individuals have the right to record police officers in public spaces as long as they do not interfere with law enforcement activities. So as a police officer, you should know that individuals have the right to film police encounters in public spaces, and attempting to tell them to back up could be seen as an infringement on their First Amendment rights. Instead, officers should remain focused on their task at hand, maintaining safety and respecting our rights. Let's continue.
Sir, I'm Officer Gilbert Millen, Police Department, sir.
ma'am. And so the reason why you got pulled over as you passed me, I noticed you had your phone up.
No, my phone's right here.
Well, maybe it was my mistake then I stand corrected.
Have a good day.
No, you're not pretty good. You seem to be in a hurry, sir.
Was I speeding?
Yes, you were.
No, I was not.
Okay, you weren't speeding?
No, sir.
All right, your license, please.
Do you have me clocked for speeding, or did you pull me over for that? Because that's the first time you told me you pulled me over for that. Now you're telling me speeding.
Let me start over. Okay.
Please do.
I said I noticed you with your phone. You corrected me. You said your phone was us up. You didn't have your phone in your hand, so I was mistaken.
So then you got me for something else now.
Yes, sir. Okay.
You have a supervisor?
I do have a supervisor. So
Why don't you get him out here?
Your license, please.
What did you clock me at?
Sir, I did not clock you.
Exactly. So I wasn't speeding because I saw you whenever I turned off of Garfield, and I am obviously not going to speed past a cop. Whenever I passed you, I was going 16 miles an hour. It's 25 on these roads, 20 or 25 on these roads.
My supervisor is quite a distance away. I'm gonna give you a warning, let you go. You want to talk to my supervisor?
Great.
All right, I'll call my supervisor.
So you're holding me here
You asked for a supervisor.
because you're asking for my license for no reason, because I wasn't speeding. I'm not going to give you my license unless I was speeding.
All right. So you want to?
So if you're good with it and I can drive away, I don't need your supervisor. Okay. But if you want my license and you're going to violate my Fourth Amendment, you're absolutely getting your supervisor.
Do you want me to call my supervisor?
Do you want my license?
Yes, I want your license.
Yes, your supervisor.
Okay. All right. 1330. So those are fellow officers. Not my supervisor. Supervisor outside town, so he's coming over. Okay.
Great use of resources there.
I'm sorry?
Great use of resources there.
Okay, you asked for a supervisor, so.
Well, because you're trying to violate my Fourth Amendment.
Sir?
Are you or are you not? Why do you need my license if I wasn't speeding? If I didn't commit an infraction, why do you need my license?
Visually.
You can't pace from sitting still. You cannot pace from
Sir,
sitting
I'm not
still.
gonna argue with you, okay?
Well, then prove your point.
So let me explain.
How do you know I was speeding? I'll sit here and shut up. You tell me how you know I was speeding.
Visually, you came up rapidly behind me. You were speeding. My interpretation. I didn't get your radar, so that is why I told you you were speeding. Okay?
You don't know that, so you
talk?
don't get my license.
You don't have to give me a license. You want a supervisor? I asked you. I was gonna give you a verbal. Let you go. You want my supervisor? My supervisor's on his way. So that's where.
No. You wanted my license to give me a verbal. This all would have been done if you wouldn't have said you needed my license for nothing.
You heard what I said? All right,
that you don't know any violation and you wanted my license.
You were speeding.
I was not speeding.
That's your interpretation and mine.
No, that's the f***ing truth, because it said 16 miles an hour. I'm telling the truth. You wanted to ID me. You guys don't like it when citizens don't bow down to you.
So you don't have to bow down to me.
Then let me be on my damn way without violating my Fourth Amendment.
You can argue and say what you want to say.
Get out of my face, dude. Why do you have me stop right now?
You want to start over?
And I will too.
Okay,
and
sir.
we can shake hands and be done. I will calm down.
Sir, I'm calm. Exactly. Sir. So I'm driving. I saw you behind me. I saw the phone up. I thought you had your phone in your hand. Okay? So I pulled you over because of the phone. When I came up to here, you corrected me and told me, and you're right, it's on the mount. You said it was on the mount. I said, sir, I stand corrected. Exactly.
Have a good day. You're on your way.
No, and I said you were speeding. You said we're going to start over. That's where
we're starting over, but you're still wrong. We can start over, but you're still wrong.
You can be right. We can all be going back and forth. I'm just explaining. You asked me to start over. So I said you were speeding. You came up behind me. I pulled over, visually caught you speeding. You said you weren't speeding. Okay, that's your interpretation, and you're the driver. You have the right to say what you believe is the truth. I can't dispute what you say is the truth. I'm just saying what I saw and what I interpret. And I did not get you on radar. You're exactly right. I did not. So I said you were speeding. I asked your license. You said no. You said I'm violating your Fourth Amendment.
Absolutely.
I said, okay. You said you want a supervisor. I said, okay, I was going to give you a verbal and let you go. I said, my supervisor's on the side of town. I can call him if you want the supervisor. And I did.
If you got to have that license, I want to talk to the supervisor.
And that's where we are. So at the end of the day,
I'm
not trying to violate your Fourth Amendment right.
But you're holding me. But you are.
Sir, and I told you again.
You're in a gray area right now, right?
What's the gray area?
You are detaining me right now.
Yes.
For invoking my Fourth Amendment.
That has nothing to do with Fourth Amendment.
It does, because you don't get that license unless I made an infraction.
It has something to do with me having probable cause that you have violated.
I'll tell you what. You go back there and write a ticket for me speeding, and we can meet in court. But only if you write a ticket for to yourself for not using a blinker whenever you got over. When you got over right here and I passed you, no blinker used. So if you write a ticket to yourself for not blinkering for not signaling to get over.
Yeah.
You can write a ticket to me too.
Get
And
over
we'll-
where?
Right here, whenever you parked right here. When
So
you
what
got
lane
behind
did
me.
I get over in?
You got
There's
over
only-
to park.
There's only 2 lanes.
You got over to park.
I did not get over to park, sir. Again, it's your interpretation, my interpretation.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take the ticket if you want to write yourself
I'm not
one.
gonna write myself a ticket when I
Yeah,
didn't
because the
violate.
government, the state can never be wrong. Huh?
The state can be wrong.
You're wrong right now, buddy.
And I did not pull
You're
over
wrong right now.
for-
You
it's-
pulled
it's
me
a
over
si-
for that phone.
It's a single lane.
You
travel.
pulled me over for that phone and you were wrong.
And I corrected myself. I told you.
But you still got to get that license. It's like crack to you guys. I don't understand that. You got to have it. Let me have that license. I don't want
Sure.
as a citizen, I don't want my information entered into a database any more than it has to be.
And sure, okay, you can say that. I wasn't even going to enter you. I was going to look at your license and give you a road.
You don't, but you don't get to do that unless I've done something wrong.
Sir, my interpretation again. You
So you think that? How fast do you think I was going?
You're going over 10% over the speed limit.
You're out of your mind, bro.
Sir, my interpretation.
You're out of your mind.
interpretation.
So if the speed limit here is is it 20 or 25? I was doing 16.
That's
Is
what
it
you
20
say
or
you're
20?
doing.
Is it 20 or 25 right here?
If you say you're doing 16, that is your interpretation.
Is it 20 or 25 right here?
I don't know. You tell me.
You don't know.
No, you tell me.
You don't. Either way. So if it's 20,
25.
10% over would be 22.
If it's 25, 10% over is 2.5
Yeah.
miles.
Okay. So 27.5.
Yeah.
So you visually saw me going 27.5 miles an hour.
Yes, sir.
You need to get recalibrated, man.
Okay. Your interpretation of recalibration, then it's fine.
You're in the wrong.
Sir,
You're in the wrong.
We're going to argue. And
You're in the wrong.
Just wait
There's
till
no
I-
fucking argument because you're in the wrong.
We're arguing right now. We're talking.
There's no argument. I'm telling you what the truth is.
But I'm telling you-
being molested by my government
Yeah.
for doing nothing wrong because you have to have my ID.
Because you violated traffic offense, yes.
No, I
Again,
didn't.
your interpretation.
You're a fucking liar, dude. Don't come back up to this car. Get your supervisor. I'm not talking
My
to you
supervisor
anymore.
is way. Like I said.
Not talking to you anymore. You're a liar.
Yes, sir.
Sir, how you doing?
What can I do for you, man?
I'm wondering why I'm still here
Well, apparently you called for a supervisor.
because he wants my license when I have
Okay.
committed no traffic infraction. When your officer first got up to this vehicle, he said he pulled me for this. Because
Okay.
that's up there. When that was wrong, then he tells me that I'm speeding. I know for a fact I wasn't. I looked down at 16. The whole time I was behind him and past him, I looked down, I was 16 miles an hour.
Okay.
But he wants to get my license. He already told me he hasn't clocked me. He estimated my speed from a standstill, which you can't pace from a standstill. He says I'm going 10% over the posted speed limit.
Okay.
From a standstill, he knows this. I'm not giving up my license unless you're threatening to take me to jail.
Okay.
I'm not the war you guys want right now with all y'all have going on. I was going 16 miles an hour, but I'm not going to let him violate my Fourth Amendment when he was wrong.
Okay. So what do you want now? What is it that
I want to be unmolested from my government and on my way.
Okay.
It's not funny
Well, I mean, you sat here waiting for me when.
because he wouldn't let me go.
Okay. All you need to do is verify that you have a driver's license.
Not going to do it. He doesn't have a reason to see it.
Well, now, yeah, actually, we do have a reason.
What
to
what
see
reason is
it,
that?
Because we can actually stop you to check your driver's
No,
license.
you can't.
Yes, we can.
Not unless I've committed an infraction.
We actually can. I searched the traffic code. It'll tell you right there. But that's all he wanted to verify. He's going to send you on your way.
No.
So, go. I'll let you go. Go.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Wilson,
Wilson. Badge number?
330.
Thank you, sir.
330.
Thank you.
The role of law enforcement is to uphold the law and protect the rights of citizens. However, unwarranted traffic stops highlight systemic issues within police practices. Assuming that the driver was holding the phone while driving, but then realizing the phone was securely placed on the phone stand, for a police officer, that's poor policing to unjustly shift the accusation to speeding, despite lacking any concrete evidence. Once the officer noticed he was wrong, this should have immediately led to the cessation of the stop without further action. Compounding the problem, the officer then demanded the driver's identification based on unfounded accusations. According to legal standards, officers must have reasonable suspicion of a traffic violation or a crime to justify demanding identification. In this case, the officer's reasons were flimsy and not supported by any tangible evidence. These types of cops damage innocent individuals and fosters a climate of distrust towards law enforcement. Last American patriot knowing his rights and requesting a supervisor was critical for avoiding further violation of his rights. Law enforcement officers are expected to uphold the law and not to manipulate situations to justify their actions. When officers engage in questionable conduct, such as fabricating reasons for stops or demanding identification without cause, it damages their legitimacy and the public's willingness to see eye to eye.
Oh, I gotta have his back real quick.
Because I was on the call. All I did was instruct you. No, and he's still following me. I work here, sir. I work here. Excuse me, sir. Precinct, your pigskin, go. Sir, I told you for the third time, do not use profane language on the public sidewalk. Freedom of speech. Sir, I have freedom of speech. Sir, yo, can somebody teach him about freedom of speech and tell him to shut up? I told you again. Please say whatever I want. Please not. No, but you're offending me. You can't offend me.
I don't know what happened. I just came outside trying to get some public information.
Recording from the inside, and there's a sign right there. Can you record that sign too, please? It's prohibited.
Where do you think I got all this? Where do you think I got all this?
Oh, it's prohibited for you to record.
I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to.
Okay, have a good day, sir. Have a good day.
Oh, now I'm getting kicked out?
Have a good day.
Wait, my boy was cool. He let me do it. He said as long as I don't bother anyone.
You have a good day, sir.
He said as long as I don't bother nobody.
Yeah, you're on the property. You're done. You cannot
film on the property.
You're not allowed to film. You gotta go.
Wow, so you're gonna push me? You're gonna push me off the steps? Wow, why are you touching me, bro? Don't put your hands on me.
You cannot record on the property.
Dude, you just let me inside. You just said it. It's all.
Recording inside the facility. There's no recording inside the premise of the facility.
You realize I was just inside trying to fill out applications and get stuff?
Allowed to record inside or on the premise of the facility.
Why? Why is that?
Because that is our rule. We're telling you not allowed.
Is it a law?
We're going to tell you to remove him.
Is it a law?
That is us. You can record I want you to do that. That way,
Is it a law though? I'm asking you. All right, can I get your business card? You got a business card? No. I didn't ask you for your name. I asked you for your business card.
What penal sign?
Are you gonna be quiet and let me talk?
You said it's a trespassing sign?
Oh my God.
Do you have business in here? Yes or no?
Are you gonna let me talk and I'll tell you?
Sir, do you have business inside? Yes or no? That sign, sir?
Are you gonna let me talk and I'll tell you? You're a detective, right? So what's your name? What's your name and badge number? You're at work. Sergeant what?
Sergeant K-L-I-M. My shoe number is 248.
248. Guys, can we run 248? Can we run 248? Run up 248.
What penal code?
7 complaints. You got 7 complaints already?
I should have more than that.
You should have more than that. Oh, so you're proud of having complaints, huh? Look at you with your shoes on trying to violate our rights. Come on, bro. I was just inside. You realize that? I was just inside, bro. And I'm here. I'm here for business. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm here for business. I'm trying to...
I'm videotaping you for my safety. I don't feel safe around you.
I don't feel safe either. That's why we record in there.
For the record, is that
That's why we record too. You guys are a bunch of idiots. You know that? The only one that was nice here, I got to give a shout out to, was him. Why are you violating my rights, though?
I'm going to invoke my constitutional
as an
right
officer,
as an American citizen, to countersue you when you file a false CCR.
But are you on duty right now?
Sir, yes, I'm on duty.
So as an officer on duty, you're going to sue me as a person.
One does not negate.
You guys are dirty, bro. You guys are dirty. You guys are dirty.
So let me ask you.
You guys are the most dirty, corrupt cops ever, man. That's crazy.
You're a prisoner, right? This is not a public building.
Yes, it is.
Hold on, listen.
It's public.
This is a police facility with public access. That
Public.
access
It's
can
open
be
to the public,
denied.
though. It's open to the public.
It's a police facility with public access.
It's open to the public, bro.
Sir,
Come on. It's
yes,
open to the
but
public.
That public access can be denied.
You could deny us for public information.
Of course we could,
All right.
we could deny you access to our building. Why wouldn't we be able to? Why would the police?
So why when I went
any
inside?
government building? Hold on one second. Why would
I'll let
any
you talk. You're
government
talking a
building-
lot. You're not letting me
Oh, no.
finish. You're not even letting me get in.
I'm sorry. That's how I talk.
All right, so go ahead. I'll let you keep going, go ahead. And then you gotta give me the mic too for a minute. All right, go ahead, keep going. All right. So when I walked inside, the young officer was very professional. He said, "Listen, you could record in here as long as you don't record the
Okay, he
victims."
shouldn't have told you that. He was wrong.
Can you let me finish?
All right, I'm just telling you.
It bothered me. When I walked inside,
Uh-huh.
that is open to the lobby. You do have doors to the right that are locked off to the public. You know that.
And the signs
So
around
within that
says-
area, but hold on, let me finish. I let you talk.
All right, go ahead.
Come
I'm sorry.
on.
I apologize.
So I'm saying, what are you on Adderall or something? You're
Please
wired
don't
up.
accuse me.
Are you
Please
on like
don't
coke?
accuse- sir, please
Because
don't accuse me
you
of
look
things like
wired
that.
up, dude. Relax.
accuse me of
All
stuff.
right, I'm trying to
I'm sitting on a
de-escalate. You're
stoop and we're having a
escalating.
conversation.
You're escalating. I'm trying to
How am I
de-escalate.
escalating? I'm sitting on a stoop.
Because you're the only one screaming. He's the only one screaming. I was yelling at you guys. I was yelling at you.
You called us all clowns.
When was that?
You did. You were,
Today.
Yes, just
I called you
now.
all fucking clowns. Yeah. Because, yeah. I walked away because you guys are trying to arrest me. No, you guys escalated the situation.
You don't need to go inside.
So, all right. So, can I go inside and get one?
No, you cannot.
But if I shut the camera off, I can go inside.
No.
Even if I shut the camera off, I can't go inside. So now you're denying me access to all.
I'm 100% denying you access to this building. Please, please.
No, we're not playing games.
CCRB.
How am I playing
Please call
games?
CCRB. Throw them this entire.
I was rude. I came outside trying to talk to you guys. I tried to
Please
de-escalate.
call
Stop it. Come on.
Please call the CCRB.
You guys are all
Show
jokes.
them the
See how they
entire
left?
video.
So now you're acting like clowns.
Show
That's what
them
I'm saying. You're acting like clowns.
No, yeah, no. Please show them the entirety of this video.
What is
All right,
it?
guys.
Which trespass
I
is
gotta
it?
get back to work.
Sarge,
It
which
was great
trespass?
talking to you
Which
guys.
trespass you
It
threatening
was
me with?
great. It was
All right,
great.
so I want to
talking
walk
to you
inside
guys.
with you
No,
guys.
You're not.
Which trespass
Sir,
is it though?
I just,
1401.
Sir, please don't make me have to arrest you. I'm
You
begging you,
wanna
not
arrest
to make
me.
me have
You
to
know
arrest
you wanna arrest me.
No, sir. I'm begging you not to
I'm
make
willing
me
to get
arrest you.
arrested
Can
though
you
for it
please
because you're
tell
gonna
him-
violate my rights.
Please
So
don't
which
make
one
me
is
have
it?
to arrest
Which
him.
one is it?
Please tell him not to make me have to arrest him.
Which one is it?
I'm
As a citizen of New York, you do have the right to access police stations and seek assistance from law enforcement officers. The refusal of a police officer to allow you entry to a police station is not only unprofessional, but it can also be unlawful. In fact, in the case of Higginbotham versus the City of New York, the Second Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that a police department's policy prohibiting photography in a public space, such as a police station, did not override an individual's First Amendment right to photograph in a public forum. This means that police officers cannot prohibit individuals from taking photographs or videos in a public police station. If a police officer unlawfully denies you entry into a public police station, you may have legal recourse, so it's important to understand your rights and to seek legal advice if you believe your rights have been violated.
Sir, what's your name?
Sir, am I talking to you?
Yeah, you took my picture.
Yeah, am I talking to you?
You took my picture.
That's not illegal. Glick
Okay.
v. Cunniff. Why are you engaging me? Go away.
My picture.
Go away.
I don't have to go away.
Don't violate my civil rights.
I'm not
Go away
violating mine.
before you get in trouble with me, buddy.
I'm not in
I'll
trouble.
get you on a stand quick.
Really?
So fast your head will
I'm
spin.
not even on duty.
Go away. And it doesn't matter.
You're taking my
It
picture.
doesn't matter. You are
Taking
a
my
public
picture.
official and you are now... Okay, I can FOIA request that, just so you know. What's your name and badge
There it
number?
is.
What's your name and badge
I'm
number?
off duty, bud.
It doesn't matter. You have to tell me your name and
have to
badge
tell
number,
you
public
anything.
official. What's the
don't
matter
have to
with
tell
you?
anything.
Are you lost?
Are you?
Are you in another planet? What do you think, you own people? You engaged me, you punk.
You took my picture.
You punk. Yeah, ha ha. Ha ha. Not everybody's a friggin' sheep, buddy. Yeah, nice try, pal. Go away. All right, so this punk won't identify himself. He wants to engage me. I haven't even got inside the building. I've been here 10, 15 seconds. Ridiculous. Right there. Idiot. Don't violate people's civil rights. Scumbag.
So this I don't understand. The officer walks up saying, "Hey, you took my picture," while he's on his camera phone recording them in the process. I'm glad New England Truth chewed him out. Also, New England Truth mentioned Glick v. Cunniff. Remember, for the new viewers, that's a case from 2011 in which the United States Courts of Appeal for the First Circuit Courts held that a private citizen has the right to record video and audio of police carrying out their duties in a public place. So keep that in mind because that is federal case law that you can lean on if you ever need to.
Ma'am, need your ID, please.
This is not a stop and ID state. I'm not
Yeah.
giving y'all my ID. I have nothing to do with y'all stopping a driver for no
Okay.
tags.
Well, the thing is here, he is going to write him some citations. It's potentially
Okay,
going to go to court.
that has nothing to do with him
Well,
going to
it
court.
does.
Has nothing to do with me.
Want to ID you and you're a potential witness that will be called to court.
I'm not going to be called to court over a tag on the car. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I know my rights.
There's no.
I know my rights, sir.
Okay, well, you're
I know,
not.
I know my rights, sir. I don't have to give you my ID.
Well, you need to.
I'm not giving you my ID. I don't
Why
have
not?
to give you my
Why
ID. Why do I have to give you my ID?
Because you're a potential witness on this.
A potential witness
Yes.
on. I have
There's-
nothing to do with him
do.
being stopped for
You're in the
driving.
vehicle right now.
I have
When he
nothing
goes
to
to
do
court,
with it.
would you like
I know
to
my
testify
rights.
for him when
No,
he
I
goes
would
to
not.
court?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Are you have a warrant?
Nope.
You must.
I just showed y'all my warning ticket from Champaign.
You didn't show me.
He's seen it. I don't have to show you. He's the one that made the stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me see the ticket then.
Sure, I'll give you the warning ticket. You can see it. Champagne warning ticket 524, Jennifer Pelham. Plotner 539 is his badge number. My address, Buick LaCrosse 2000, registration VIN number. Warning ticket for no valid registration because I didn't have that valid registration paper right there, but he ran it and it was valid.
Well, can I see it? Because I can't read it from you.
No, you cannot. He's seen it. It was in his physical hands.
You know, why are you being so uncooperative?
I'm not being uncooperative. You're not going to
You're
not going to stomp on my rights, sir.
We're not stomping on your
You
rights.
are stomping on my rights. You had no reason to run my name, and you're not going to. No, you don't.
Because you're potentially involved
I'm
in some criminal
potentially
activity here.
sitting
You
in
could
the
be
passenger seat, not driving. You stopped him for a driving
potentially sitting in
charge,
the passenger seat. How are
sir.
you sitting in the
Sir,
passenger
I'm
seat?
not going to argue with you about it. You're not going to stomp on my rights. I have nothing to do with that.
Well, you do because you're in the vehicle.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
No, it does not.
It does.
No, it does not.
It does.
No, it doesn't. And I'm not going to give you my ID.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason for that, and that's always that.
I just showed you that they just run my name. They gave me a warning ticket.
Okay, well, somebody else could have been driving.
I'm not giving you my. I'm not giving you my ID. I just showed you my ticket, my warning ticket. I'm not giving you my ID.
Okay.
I gave it to him.
That's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. I know my rights, and you know my rights. That's why you're not forcing me to give you anything.
Not yet.
You're not going to neither. You won't neither.
No.
You won't neither.
Well, potentially.
No, potentially you won't.
If you want ID yourself,
I ain't got nothing to do with a traffic stop. I have nothing to do with a traffic stop. No, sir, I do not. I have nothing to do with a traffic stop. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't even know. I don't even know why you're trying to argue with me about it.
Because there's usually a reason why somebody won't identify themselves.
Well, I mean, I know
it's because have you not had anyone like check you on your knowing people's actual rights? You've never had that happen? Do you not watch auditors or anything? Fourth Amendment. They
so you haven't seen that stuff?
So you haven't seen that kind of stuff?
We're not trying to be assholes.
I'm not.
I certainly don't watch shows on police work. I do it for over 20 years.
Well, then you need to, sir. You need to watch because
So
you
really
guys
think
have.
the shows are correct. And
All right.
Oh no, I know they are.
All right, let me ask you this: do you think that there's like every single cop in America is perfectly okay and perfectly doing the job?
Dude, we're just like anybody else. There's good ones, bad ones.
There's some bad apples, right?
And there's nobody's perfect.
You are absolutely right.
So the
you are absolutely right.
So the auditors, there's these guys. They make like YouTube and social media content, and basically they cop watch. You know, like where areas where they're having problems with the cops not acting right. And they just record, and then they learn their laws and their rights, and realize, you know, the things that happens with police force. You know, police force they're used to. Like, you know,
you guys are
like you can identify her to like run her thing and see if she's got warrants.
That's all you want to do. That's why
all
you want
do,
my
right?
ID. You want to
just
see
wanna
if I
check
have
it.
warrants. You don't want me as a witness for him.
You just want to check it. Right?
You just want to make sure I don't have warrants, and that's
your opinion. That's
the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter.
I'll see y'all when y'all bring my paperwork.
You see how he walked away? Because he knows I'm right.
When a police officer walks away in defeat, it suggests that the officer recognized the legal limitations and the potential repercussions of continuing an unlawful demand. Because the act of a police officer demanding identification from a passenger during a traffic stop without legal grounds is a serious infringement on individual rights and a misuse of police authority. This scenario highlights the importance of understanding and asserting one's rights to prevent unjust treatment by law enforcement. Passengers in a vehicle during a traffic stop are not legally required to provide identification unless there is reasonable suspicion that they have committed a crime. Traffic stops typically involve the driver, who may need to present a driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance. However, passengers are not subject to the same requirements unless specific circumstances justify such a request. Demanding ID from a passenger without any reasonable suspicion or legal cause is an abuse of power and a violation of the passenger's Fourth Amendment rights. Jennifer's awareness of her rights played a pivotal role in this situation. By knowing that she was not required to provide ID without reasonable suspicion of a crime, she was able to stand firm against the officer's unlawful demand. Her knowledge not only protected her from potential violation, but also highlighted the importance of legal literacy among citizens. When individuals are well informed about their rights, they are better equipped to resist unlawful demands and hold law enforcement accountable. Let's continue. But that's going to do it for this video. Much love to these awesome creators. Again, make sure you use the links in the description to go check out their channels and show them some love. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next episode.